You have these 27 laws that you call the creed of the persistent and passionate mind. And one of those is that the world's most precious resource is the passionate and committed human mind. So talk to us about that for a moment. I mean, those that are listening, regardless of whether they want to go and solve the world's biggest problems, but they still want to go and solve their problems, what would you suggest?
So attitude is everything. It really is. Basically, attitude and how you come across is going to infect the other individual's mindset as well. And ultimately, you know, doing anything in the world is about convincing other people to stand with you, to join with you, whether it's getting their capital, their resources, their help, their permission. The other thing is, you know, a lot of the big things I've done in life, they're overnight successes after 10 years of hard work.
Right.
A lot of my companies, Zero Gravity Corporation, which does weightless parabolic flights, the X Prize Foundation, which catapulted, you know, private space flight. Both of those were crazy ideas on day one, and they took me 10 years to get to success, but I refused to give up. And that's a lot of times what it takes.
The passionate, persistent mind exemplified. So I want to focus on Law 25.
Okay.
And that is fail early, fail often. And I'm a big believer that you don't just sort of embrace failure as part of the process. It's the minefield failures, but you have to actually pursue failure because it's, you know, as Watson of previous president of IBM said, the key to success is massive failure. So talk to us about, from your perspective, this Law 25 of fail often, fail early, fail often.
So it really is the Silicon Valley mindset, which is the notion that I don't really know what the end product is going to be. Because if you go in to start a company, a service, a product, whatever it might be, and you're absolutely sure you know what it is, and you go and you spend millions of dollars and years building that thing, at the end of the day, when you unleash it, it may or may not be the right thing. And your customers may or may not want it. And so there's a friend of mine, Eric Ries, who wrote The Lean Startup. And he talks about giving birth to your idea with a minimally viable product, which is what is the thing that you can create which is just enough to test in the marketplace. And the market will give you the real, true feedback of, you know, this part I love, this part I hate. So, okay, you discard this and try this part and start building on it. So can you iterate literally in hours or at least in days, not in months or years, to try your product, try the next iteration. So you're literally creating version, you know, 1.1, 1.2, 1.3, you know, on a hourly or daily centric version. That's what the internet allows so well. You know, in the old days, in the marketing, you would basically put an ad in and try 5 different titles and see which title would draw more customers. Well, you can do that now a lot faster. And you can start doing it with a lot of products because 3D manufacturing, computer modeling software allows you to iterate much more quickly. And let the customers tell you what they want.
Right. Talk to us about this concept of the rising billion and the positive and negative effects that it holds on our future.
So one of the things I'm most excited about for the future is that we're just at the very beginning of an epic period of innovation. You know, people think that the world is getting faster and we're innovating. I mean, don't forget that today the products that our businesses are dependent on, right? Google, ubiquitous Wi-Fi, Skype, you know, two-way video teleconferencing, GPS, you know, literally on-demand knowledge. Those products didn't exist 10 years ago, right? Or they were just coming online, and now we run our businesses on them. And the technologies that we're going to be dependent on 5 years from now don't exist yet. I mean, that's the rate of innovation. But one of the coolest insights for me was that the realization that in 2010, we had just under 2 billion people of the 7 billion on planet Earth that were connected digitally online. 2 billion of the 7. By 2020, not too far from now, we're going to have that number go from 2 billion to 5 billion people connected online. That means 3 billion new minds that have never been heard from before are coming online. 3 billion people who've never sold a product, 3 billion people who've never bought a product, 3 billion people who've never had a chance to solve a problem. These are 3 billion new innovators. They represent tens of trillions of dollars connected into the global internet space. And they represent, literally an epic period of innovation where these individuals are going to start looking at what the problems they have, other people have, and start solving them. So I call these people coming online, gaining access to exponentially growing technologies, the rising billion.